Now we're going to talk briefly about the development of intelligence. I'm not actually going to talk a whole lot about intelligence in infancy, childhood, and adolescence. Suffice it to say that they do have tests designed to assess an infant's information processing, with scores on certain tasks being linked with scores later in development. Among children and adolescents, scores on intelligence tests fluctuate considerably because children are very adaptable and there are many factors influencing their verbal and reasoning skills at any given time. Where you do start to see predictable changes in intelligence is in adulthood. As we've mentioned before, there are multiple forms of intelligence. A consistent change that we start seeing in middle adulthood is a decrease in fluid intelligence. This is the ability to think speedily and reason effectively. Think fluid like water flowing. When water encounters an obstacle, it quickly adjusts course to go over and around the obstacle. As young adults, it's easier for us to think and solve problems. When new technology comes out, like a new type of phone, we're able to master it quickly and effectively. As we get older, though, that becomes harder to do. It takes us longer to master new skills and solve novel problems. By contrast, crystallized intelligence increases as we age. This is a person's accumulated knowledge and verbal skills. As you get older, you get more and more experienced, and you can draw upon that experience when faced with similar situations. One of the most famous studies on the effects of aging on intelligence was the Seattle Longitudinal study. They tested 500 people in their mid-20s on measures of inductive reasoning, spatial orientation, perceptual speed, numeric ability, verbal comprehension, and verbal memory. Then they followed these people over the course of their entire adult lives to see what changes occurred in these areas. As you might expect, perceptual speed and your ability to do math calculations declines during middle age. The good news is that pretty much everything else stays nice and stable all the way through your mid-60s. In fact, verbal comprehension just keeps getting better until your late 70s. So yeah, we get slower as we age, but we do pretty darn well for a long time. And actually, the more active you stay, both physically and mentally and socially, the less steep these declines are, even in old age. So don't be fooled by physical slowness or slow speech. Older adults are still very much there cognitively. Listen to what they have to say.